feel like I've seen more bugs in this stinking...
Turn this on.
No!
Was this on?
No! It's gonna bite you! We are here in Colorado Springs at this boutique hotel called Kinship Landing. It's a really cool place. Here. Theo's been enjoying it.
Oh, yeah.
This has been a nice break from the camping, and I'm so happy that we pre-planned these stops in between our camps. We've been really enjoying having a toilet and a shower. I was on my wit's end on that last campsite with the storm.
She has one nerve
Oh,
right
we
there.
didn't tell him about the storm.
Oh, we didn't?
Because that happened.
Oh, yeah, afterwards, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Last stop that we were in Kansas at night, there was a massive thunderstorm.
It was like a maelstrom. It was insane.
It was so crazy. I woke up like so scared because the tent was like moving like crazy.
And the tent's going whoa, 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 whoa.
And I was like, bro, we're in Kansas. We're gonna be taken by a tornado.
I thought that I was like, if a tornado takes me now, there's nothing I can do. Like, we are completely out in the open.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do.
We were trying to figure out like a plan if the tornado struck, and so there was no tornado. It was just a really bad storm, but it was terrifying. We went outside to take off the awning of our tent because it was just flying everywhere, and I thought we were going to lose it because the wind was so strong. So when we got out of the tent, it was like 3 a.m., by the way. We both were like holding down the
like
tent.
I'm pulling the pegs out of the awning, and Bree's like holding the tarp, and I'm like, take the rope. It's like
they were like screaming because the wind was so loud.
It's like we were sailors on a ship during a storm. It was wild, and we're rolling up the tarp like, get the riggings, you know.
Yeah, it was intense. Theo surprisingly was doing well. He was a little scared, but he was kind of just like, all right.
He was like, if this is the end, this is the end.
Huh, Theo?
Theo.
Yeah, you were chill. You were chilling. Going through Kansas to Colorado, absolutely gorgeous.
Seeing the scenery change and get more mountainous.
Yeah, it was so pretty. And then it was like all of a sudden when we hit the Colorado Springs area,
it's like boom.
Everything changed. Like the landscape changed.
Like Pikes Peak mountain range. Beautiful.
The hotel that we're staying at here, like I said, it's a boutique hotel, and they allow pets. And that was the main reason why we booked here. It was incredibly difficult to find a place in Colorado Springs that was nice enough to stay. This place is nice. I do think it was overpriced, just to be honest with you. But they have really good amenities. And the one thing that I absolutely love about this place is their draft beer and coffee bar downstairs. They also have a restaurant, which is really good too. They have this coffee. It's a lemonade coffee that you wouldn't think would taste good, but it tastes so good.
It's fantastic.
I'm not a huge coffee person. Like, I like coffee. As you guys know, I don't drink a lot of coffee. But I saw lemonade coffee and I was like, what? I have to try it. I have to at least try it. And there's like a story behind it. So they told me of why they included this on the menu. Apparently it's a drink that is very common in Shanghai. So I tried it and oh my gosh, it's the most refreshing, delicious drink ever.
It's a really good mixture. Like, it's a surprisingly like perfect, refreshing mix.
It's cold brew
really
lemonade
good,
and a little bit of honey and it's shaken. I need to make this at home.
Oh yeah.
I like need to make this at home. It's so good. We did get to go see Garden of the Gods. That was easy. It was only 10 minutes from this hotel, so that was perfect.
In this hotel, the location is really, really good.
We got to the Garden of the Gods at like 9 o'clock in the morning, and I thought that it was going to be crazy packed, but we got there perfect time.
Yeah, got a great parking spot.
Walked right in, got to take pictures, and enjoyed the scenes, and it was absolutely phenomenal. After that, we ended up coming back to the hotel doing work. And then for dinner, we went to Down the Rabbit Hole. Definitely go if you're in Colorado Springs. It's really cool. But the only thing is, I left my purse there. They called me, which was nice, last night. And I didn't get the message until early this morning. And they told me that you left your purse, come pick it up when we open. And the problem about that is they don't open until 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock, they don't open, and we need to leave because
we're trying to get out of here.
We're trying to go to our next campsite, and we don't want to be setting up in the dark. So if we wait until 4 to get the bag, I'm stressing. Emailed them and tried to see if they could make themselves available earlier. I know that's like really unlikely, but I tried. It's worth a shot. I emailed them and told them our story. Like, we're traveling. We need to get going. But we'll see what happens. It's currently 9:55 right now, and I haven't heard anything back yet. So we might just have to wait till 4 o'clock and kill some time in Colorado Springs.
Hang out some more.
We'll update you when we get to our next stop.
Off to the next adventure.
Off to the next adventure.
Stop number 6.
So we are here at Estes Park Campground in Estes Park, Colorado. Wow.
Trabane.
It's
Muito
so
bem.
beautiful. It's definitely different from anything that I've ever seen before. The mountain ranges, just everything, how it is. It's specifically Colorado.
Yeah, like every stop we're like, wow, this reminds me of this, or this reminds me of that. We came up here and we're like, this is just Colorado.
Yes.
This is just all on its own. It's unique and incredible and just so expansive.
This particular campgrounds is probably, I've been the most comfortable here. I think maybe because it's been cold. Obviously we're up in higher elevation up in the mountains, so it's just been nice and chilly and...
No tornado.
No tornadoes. It took us from Colorado Springs to here about 3 hours. We ran into 5 o'clock traffic because, oh yeah,
Through Denver.
I got my purse back.
Yay.
Got my purse from the restaurant. They couldn't get it to me any sooner than, I think they called me at like 3, which was perfect to me because it was an hour earlier than I had expected. So that was nice. I'm so excited to tell you guys. We finally did full setup in 30 minutes.
It was wild.
30 minutes.
Killed it. Tent up, table up, chairs out, bed made. It was
Everything.
It was nice.
Everything's set. And I don't know if we've shared with you guys our dinner, our typical dinner for camping. I don't think we told them yet. It's just
Our tradition, I guess.
Our tradition.
As it is now.
We don't really eat like dinner. We like pineapple for dinner.
We eat some pineapples.
We could totally cook because we brought our stove, but it's just that much more work, and
We're so tired by the time.
we set up everything, and
Yeah.
we're like, we don't
Well-
want to cook anything. I don't know if you guys can see. Can you see? That's the Rocky Mountains right there. Part of the mountain range.
In there.
We're like right in the middle. They actually have bathrooms here
With showers.
with showers.
Pretty good.
Our drive through here, we went through Estes Park town. And the town is so cute. It's only 10 minutes from the campsite. And it's so nice. It's like little mountain town with tons of shops and food. And I think we're going to go pack up everything because it's only one night here. Pack up everything and head down
Yeah.
to the town and just check it out and see what it's like. We wanted to stay another night here, but unfortunately they were all booked up. So we only got to stay one night, which is okay because we have another campsite planned. But it was $8 to be here. I think my favorite thing about this campsite in particular is that they have a tent pad for you. It just makes it clean. Gotta be careful of bears. There's lots of wildlife, like just right
yeah.
with you. Like we saw like tons of deer.
Yeah, Theo wanted to get the deer.
He was so mean
He
too.
wanted. He's like, "Rrr." We're like, Theo, you're not gonna do nothing to that deer.
I can't believe like this is happening. I think I was feeling most of it yesterday. Just the fatigue of not having a routine, like a specific routine, and not having a home. And like being on, like it's vacation, but it's not, you know?
Yeah.
It's a really cool journey, but it's still like kind of can give you anxiety a little bit
Yeah,
because
it's very taxing.
yeah, and I worry a lot about Theo because I can tell he's getting more like spicy.
He's getting spicy.
He's getting more spicy because he's like not comfortable not having a routine, and we're all creatures of habit, and we try to make somewhat of a routine out of what we're doing, but it's difficult because we're moving. I told Yannick when we were in Walmart the other day, I was like, this is the most consistent that we're gonna get.
Going to Walmart to buy water and pineapples before heading into the next campsite.
We've been to so many Walmarts. It's getting definitely very tiring. Still very fun. I think this was a nice break. Colorado Springs was awesome, but just like having this brought back the peace, I think. Being in the mountains and just it really helped. Middle point of our trip. We will see you guys at the next stop.
Stop number 7.
We are in
Heaton Bay campground.
There we go. Yesterday we enjoyed going into the Rocky Mountain National Park, which was surreal.
Yeah, the Trail Ridge Road. It was a nice little, 2.5 hour detour. Absolutely worth it. Mind blowing.
Yeah, technically we can't go into the park with Theo. If you check on the National Park website, you see that they do not allow animals because they attract predators, such as mountain lions, bears, and they don't want your animals to be prey for those predators. So when we found that out planning this trip, we were kind of bummed out because we were like, that's what we wanted to do. We wanted to see the national parks.
Do hikes and stuff with Theo.
Yeah, do hikes, and that would be really cool, but we couldn't. But they do allow you to drive through. You're not able to do any like hiking, but you can stop and take pictures, and that's exactly what we did. So even though we didn't get the full experience of being at the park and being able to do all the trails and stuff, we did get to see quite a bit. We spent 2.5 hours in that park yesterday on the way to this campsite, and it was absolutely, like Yannick said, mind-blowing. Took us, along with that, about 4 hours to get to this spot. Unfortunately, it was raining. It was thunderstorming pretty bad, and we were like, we don't want to set up the tent. But fortunately, this particular campsite is next to quite a few little towns that are pretty populated and nice. Frisco is one of the towns that it's super close to, like 10 minutes away, and it is so stinking cute.
It's amazing there.
So cute. You can tell it's a snow town, like a snowboarding destination where you go snowboard and you come and you like have drinks and food, whatever. It's like that. It lights everywhere. So beautiful. We drove to Frisco to stay there, get some dinner while we were waiting for the thunderstorm to kind of calm down a bit. So that was, I think, the best thing that we could have done.
Yeah.
Theo's having a hard time.
Yeah.
He's being
Poor
a
guy.
spicy dog.
He's had no routine. He's being cooped up in a car for 4 to 7 hours a day.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
We try to exercise him as much as we can when we are stopped. Like this morning we did like a 2-mile walk just around the area. We try to keep him active, but he's sad because he's not in his normal routine and schedule.
Routine.
And I mean, we're feeling that, and we're humans, so I can only imagine how he must feel. And he's acting out. His looks are intimidating. People get kind of nervous around him, but he's the sweetest.
He's super chill.
He's the sweetest. You'll come up to him, pet him, he's like, yay. But recently he's been like, don't touch me to people, and we're like, what is happening?
Someone will go up to pet him and he'll sniff him and they'll be like, oh, and think he's all nice and be like, "Arr."
It's so weird.
Okay.
I'm like, why are you doing this?
Okay.
And then that one lady we were sitting outside at a breakfast place, and
Theo started like curling his lip up like he was gonna bite her or something. I was like,
he was
what is happening here?
I was like, oh my gosh, he never does that.
He needs a nap.
Yeah, that's how Theo's doing. He's doing all right. I think he really likes this campsite. Like, this is his favorite campsite.
Yeah.
Except for C2T. C2T.
Oh yeah, because he got to go off leash, so he was in heaven there.
But he's really comfortable here because we're surrounded by lots of trees and vegetation, lots of wildflowers. It's so beautiful. There's tons of wildlife. We came across yesterday a moose, a fox.
Yeah.
We saw
There's chipmunks everywhere.
They're the squirrels of Colorado. I'm
convinced
because I have not seen a squirrel. I've only seen chipmunks, and they're so cute. So
and they taunt Theo.
They do. This is a really nice campsite. It has like a little pathway where you walk up, and then we have our tent in the back and our table and then the fire pit.
And wildflowers everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, I was so impressed at how colorful it was. Like, this is a really colorful.
Colorado.
Exactly. Like,
it's really pretty. Guys, it's so cold.
So
it's so cold.
we came in, like, in Missouri, we had the fan on. In Kansas, we had the fan on.
Blasting, like the fan blasting,
Yeah.
and I was like sweating at night, like trying to like put the covers off of me, like it was so hot. Then we come here, it's like
we not only, like, I had my sweatshirt,
and your jacket,
my puffer, my buff. Not only that, but on top of it, we had our fleece blanket, our big sleeping bag.
Yeah, that kodiak canvas. It's like a sleeping bag duvet situation, and it just keeps the heat in so nicely. I'm just gonna take the rest of the day and chill. Yeah, just chill, just enjoy it. Where are we gonna go next?
Where are we gonna go?
I know, but I'm not gonna tell you yet.
Tell me.
Well, you know.
No, I know.
No. Pretty Caroline, stone cold stunner. She was a winner, started working at the dine. Searches of her mind to count your blessings.
Stop number 8.
We are here at the Dome Houses in Utah, Monticello. I think that's how you pronounce it. At least that's how I want to pronounce it because it sounds fancy. Monticello.
Monticello.
It took us from Heaton Bay Campground to get here about 4 hours. Not too bad of a drive. It's actually quite an amazing and beautiful drive through Utah. We went through the city of Moab. Pro tip, stay in Moab if you come to Utah. Obviously Salt Lake City is pretty cool too. Stay in Moab because Monticello is a very small, like, town. This is the most, I feel like, awkward I've felt in an area.
Y'all ain't from around here, is you?
This was found from Airbnb. It's called the Domes. I wouldn't necessarily highly recommend it. It's elevated camping. I would have rather just camped. I don't think it was worth the experience. I was excited because I was like, oh, it's a dome, it's awesome, but the views aren't really anything. It's just kind of like a random place that this person with land just threw together. And I would have much rather stayed in Moab because there's a lot more in that city to do, and you were closer to all the, national parks and all the different sites to see. You're a lot closer. Here, you're a little bit of ways out. Oh my God, what is that?
Oh, there's a huge bug in here.
That's a wasp. That's a black wasp.
Let me get the zapper.
Be careful, I don't want it to sting you. That's another thing too. It's like, I feel like I've seen more bugs in this stinking...
Turn this on. Was this on? Oh, I got him good. Oh, yeah.
Mike, that's not nice. He's still alive, bro. He's still alive.
How are you alive?
So, I think we're definitely starting to feel major fatigue, travel fatigue, too.
Yes. Was it the last video? I was like, stop 7.
Yeah, this is stop 8. We're like,
yeah. Stop 8.
It's just a lot of adjustments, a lot of new, even though it's very exciting, it's still an incredible challenge. I kind of broke down yesterday in Moab when we went to breakfast. We had an amazing breakfast at the garage places. Oh my gosh. I got the McLovin sandwich.
That was fantastic.
After lunch, I kind of was just like, I can't do this. Like, I was like hyperventilating. I wanted to go in the car because like that's my home right now. I'm just so out of my element. It's like there's only so much travel that you can take. There's only so much new stuff you can take at a time.
2 weeks is a really good spot for travel. 2.5 weeks, you start getting really worn out, and then 3
no matter
weeks,
where you are.
Yeah, 3 weeks, you're just like, I'm done. I'm like, I just need to get back.
I want to go home.
I need to be back into my element.
Now we're heading into week 3, so we feel that fatigue. We're tired. We want to go home, which is nice because we get to go home in a few days. But then that's another.
Hey.
That's another thing that I'm kind of like, oh
another
God.
barrel of monkeys. Okay.
See you guys at the next stop.
Bye.